Is your baby crying from the pain of teething? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you the best baby teething toys and a simple hack to help bring your baby some soothing comfort. So make sure you stick with me to the end. But hey, if this is the first time we're meeting, I'm Dan, and welcome to Parent Pacifier, where my wife Amanda and I help you save time and headaches with baby product reviews and parenting tip videos just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so that you never miss a video. With that said, I got a question for you. What frustrates you or worries you the most about the baby teething phase? Let me know in the comments below. So let's jump into the baby teethers. So literally everything and anything can and will be a teether, right? Because they literally chew on everything, right? This bib and burp rag could become a teether because he'll want to chew it or throw it. So you don't have to go crazy buying a lot of teethers. You'll actually probably get a lot of teethers as gifts, or they'll come with different toys or sets. So you don't have to go crazy buying them, right? But if you are looking for ones right now or looking for teethers you could add to your registry, let's look at some that we can get. The first ones we always want to look at are what are the safest toys, right? What's the safest teethers there are? Well, the safest ones that I've found are to be these ones that are like one solid piece, like this silicone Newbie ring teether, right? This, you'll hear a lot of Newbie because Newbie does it really well. This pretty much their thing is teethers. So you will, you'll hear me reference a lot of Newbie stuff. Actually, most of the stuff here is Newbie. This is a teether. He likes it. He doesn't love it. It's round. It moves squishy, right? But the best part is it's all one solid piece and it's not going to fall apart. So if he is chewing on it and we're busy talking or doing something else, I'm not worried about him choking, right? And it's not really going to get too deep into his mouth, right? So he'll probably play with it or throw it, right? This is also another one like this, another one from Newbie. And then there's this chew mote, right? Which is we really like. He loves to grab the TV remote. Obviously, he sees us touch it often, so he wants to grab it, right? So when we were walking around, I think actually Babies R Us before they closed down, we picked up this chew mote. I did put it in the link below. He likes it because on the back it has these little ridges. On the front, obviously, has these little fake buttons that he likes to chew and play on. So that is another one of those, just one solid, there goes the throwing, one solid piece, right? But the ones that he loves the most are the ones that are way more complicated and the ones that really require supervision, like this Fisher-Price coffee cup teether. There you go. You can see at the top here, it's got a little like plastic glass here with little balls inside of it. That's the part where you want to make sure that you're supervising. Around the edge here, though, is rubber, and it's got soft felt around the outside. And it's got this little hook that you could then use to hook onto the stroller, onto the high chair, like this one, the Chico Poly Progress 5. This is a great high chair, by the way. We will end up doing a review on this. But he loves these the most. This actually was what helped break the gums to get his first two teeth at the bottom to come through. He had been drooling and teething like crazy. So when we walked around and found this, we found this along with the chew mote. And the next day, this broke through his gums. So here you go. He loves that one. There's also this right here. It's a twisty teether. He really likes this. We have a little pacifier clip on it to keep it so that when we go out, he can play with it. But this is a twisty one. He enjoys twisting it, and there's little ridges that he can chew right here. This is absolutely one of his favorites. But this is one that would definitely need to supervise because it's starting to get a little loose, and inside are these tiny little, let's see if you see them, tiny little balls that, you know, there's always that worry that what if it breaks, you know, and he chokes on it. So I'm not too worried, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't give it to him. But I do recommend supervising while he's doing this and not being too distracted. Not being too distracted while he's playing with something like this, right? Then there are also the teething pacifiers, right? Like this, the raspberry, right? Razberry by Raz Baby. This one I thought was pretty cool because it's got it basically like a raspberry where it's got the little raspberry ridges here, and the rest of the pacifier is like a leaf. He likes it, but also doesn't love it. He will chew it. Let's see if he takes it or throws it. Yeah, there he goes. And he'll kind of rub it around back in the gums because he's starting to really feel it in the back of the gums. So he goes at it with that one. There's also this, the Newbie Natural Touch. Sort of looks like mouth guard, like for when you're out playing sports or hockey or something. Um, and he definitely doesn't love this one. He doesn't actually use on his gums that way. He'll actually use the side of it. I wonder, we'll see if he'll do it. Yeah, he uses the side of that one. So some of the pacifiers are okay. But yeah, he throws them down. Then you have the loops and links. So you have these loops from Newbie. This is the zoo loops where at the top is an animal and at the bottom is a loop. He really likes this. He will hold the loop here and then chew on the horse's head up here. This I also recommend supervising with because you can get this a little deep in his throat and then gag on it. So it's not too bad, but it definitely can have the chance of gagging a little bit. So there's that. But these links are really helpful because you can get a whole big pack of these. If you lose one or two or a whole bunch, you still get a bunch more. And they're really helpful because you could attach these other teethers to it, right? And then attach this to the side here. And now you got multiple teethers, multiple things that he can take and your baby could take and try. And the loops also have little ridges on them, so they could rub that. The little ridges can be rubbed against their gums. Then there's the teething bibs and mittens. Now I just did a bibs video, like what are the best bibs, right, for whatever phase of your baby is in. And if you're watching on the replay, you could check that in the card above or in the comments below. But there's this one here by Newbie, of course. It has a little rubber or silicone at the front that he could chew on, and then this protects his shirt from getting covered in drool because when they're teething, they drool like crazy, and every shirt is covered in drool. They constantly smell like drool. You give them a bath, and then they smell like drool again. So that is why we like that. There's also the mittens. He had one mitten. It was the Adder Baby mitten, teething mitten. That's where it's got silicone at the top and then it fits like a glove and straps on. I don't know where the one we had was. It's been a while since we've actually used it. But that's another one you could use. He never actually wore it. He hates putting anything on his hands and his feet. So he ended up just taking it off, even at a young age, right? Even at 6 months or so, he would take that off and then just chew on that. So it is useful in that sense. But our favorite, and this is what I would say is the best teether, is the one piece, and no surprise here, Newbie Silicone Teeth Ease teether. This one right here. This is his absolute favorite. I like it because it's all one solid piece, and he can hold it here, and you have bristles here. You have bristles on the back and bristles here. So he rubs it almost like a toothbrush along the inside of his mouth, and he'll hold on to this thing for a long time. So this, along with the chew moat, these are two of the things that I think would say are the best teethers to go with. If you're going to choose only one because you don't need too many, or you want to get a couple of one, I would get a couple of colors of this one here. And I think they would enjoy it. I know he does. Let's see. He might just throw it just because, of course, we're on live. But let's get to my simple hack. And this is a simple hack that Amanda came up with. I'm sure we're not the originators of it. I'm sure a whole lot of other people have done it. But this simple hack will help give that extra soothe and comfort to your baby, is taking these kind of teethers and a cup, and I would say about half your teethers, throw them into a Ziploc bag and throw them in your freezer. One, it helps soothe their mouths because they get that cold, soothing feeling on their gums. We're wrapping up here. We're wrapping up. And two, you always know where they are, right? Like everything, the house gets full of toys and teethers, especially now he's 10 months old, teething. There's teethers, there's toys, whatever, all over the place. But the fact that I know that the teethers are in the fridge in a Ziploc bag in one spot, I always know I could go there if he is crying, if he's drooling like crazy and needs a teether. I know that I could find them in that spot and they're cool and it's going to bring some immediate relief to him. So that is my simple hack. That is what I would recommend, saying taking half your teethers or all your teethers and throwing them in the freezer. So, but hey, if this was useful for you and you're watching on the replay, go and check out one of these other videos from Parent Pacifier and please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching and we look forward to seeing you in the next video, including Aiden.